guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 5 reasons why we want to move to New Zealand. 1. We have fallen in love with New Zealand. So I myself have been to New Zealand 3 times now, 2 when I was younger and 1 recently. My husband came with me. He literally landed within a couple of days. He was like, wow, this place is mesmerising. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful and we love New Zealand. So within a week, my husband decided he wanted to look for a job in New Zealand. So the remainder of time, we spent a month in New Zealand, and the remainder of his time he was searching for a job, and within a couple of days he got an interview. And then they offered him a job, and it was like a whirlwind of medicals and stuff like that. And yeah, so number 1 is we have just fallen in love with New Zealand. Number 2, so I already have family out in New Zealand. I have visited them 3 times now, twice when I was younger, as I think I already said, and as I was older recently with my husband, and they are a big part of my life. I have 4 cousins, so I had to count. I have an auntie and uncle, 4 cousins, and my cousin's children over there. So there is a pretty, not a substantial size of family, but enough family over there to feel comfortable and at home. They will also probably help our transitioning over there, so we'll find it much more easier to have them there, people that we already know. My cousin, well, I obviously have 4 cousins, but one of my cousins we were born the same year, we was born the same month. We are literally like 22 days apart from each other in age. So when we was younger, we was inseparable. We was absolutely glued to the hips. I think I even have a report of us at school where it says that me and my cousin needed to be separated because we just would not make any new friends. So yeah, it would be nice to experience life the other end with them. They've now been out there 20 years and they thoroughly love it. They initially were what they call ping pong poms. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Yeah, so they went over there, they moved to Auckland, really didn't like it, got homesick, moved all the way back to the UK. They had 3 children in total at that point. Then realised that UK was not where they wanted to be and moved back to New Zealand, and that time they settled in Wellington, and they have been in Wellington ever since. So that is reason number 2. Continuing on, we are at number 3. So New Zealand holds a very special place in my heart. It's quite an emotional reason why I want to. This one's more of an I than a we, I guess. So as I said, I visited New Zealand a couple of times before. I recently went in March and April, whenever that was, recently. Oh, those flowers are really strong. I've been to New Zealand a couple of times before. Those times with my dad visiting family. We would stay over Christmas time, so we would stay at my actual family's house. We would spend Christmas with them. We would be over in New Zealand for quite a long time. It felt like a very long time. 2 months, I guess, around that is what it felt like. I don't actually remember 100%, but it was a long time. So I went there with my dad twice. Sadly, on the 2nd trip, he became very ill about a week before Christmas, and sadly on Christmas Eve he passed away. So for me, New Zealand holds a very strong emotional tie. Yeah, it holds a pretty deep emotional tie with New Zealand. For me, although I might have lived with my dad here in the UK, I spent the majority of my time quality wise with him in New Zealand. Here he was at work constantly trying to afford to buy me all these nice things, take me on nice holidays, and I was at school 5 times a week, so we pretty much didn't see each other when we was at home. And all my memories are probably in New Zealand of my dad. It's weird, in the UK my husband does not hear me go, oh I remember doing that with my dad, oh I remember doing that with my dad. But we went to New Zealand for a month and it was constantly, oh I remember being here with my dad, oh we used to walk down here, we went here together, you know, that sort of thing. So I said to my husband as soon as I got off the plane, I said, do you know what, I've never been back since my dad died, so the last time I saw my dad was in New Zealand. And when we went recently, my husband's home, I can hear him pulling up. When we went recently and I got off the plane, I said to David, I felt like there was a piece of me missing, and as soon as I got off that plane I felt home and I felt whole again. So that is for me a personal reason, and that is number 3. Number 4, so New Zealand has been New Zealand has been known for its work and life balance, and so far for us it rings true. My husband, as I said before, has got a job in New Zealand, and the job that he's gone for is slightly more money a year, but it is also 15 hours less a week. So in our eyes that is a big bonus, the fact that he gets to earn more money and come home earlier. So in the UK he leaves the house at 7 and he gets back about 6. In New Zealand he starts at 7 and he gets home at 3, half 3 in the afternoon. So for him, more money, less hours, win-win. I myself will also be on slightly more money, not anything to scream and shout about, it is minuscule in comparison. So, but that again in itself, you know, I don't know if I'll be working less hours, but the pay rate over there is slightly more than over here. So that is also an advantage. The fact that my husband will be working less hours means that we can spend more quality time together. We won't be getting home from work, having dinner, being knackered, slobbing on the sofa, going to bed. We won't feel like passing ships. We will have, you know, a good couple of hours, a good solid few hours after work each day to spend some time with each other. It also, New Zealand has amazing outdoor experiences, you know, it's healthier. So in the UK, obviously I'm big, I put on a couple of stones since losing my initial weight, and I'm trying hard to get that off. But in the UK, all my family are pretty much obese. We're obese, we try and lose weight, and we start gaining it again. That is how we've always been in the UK. Whereas in New Zealand, my family are healthy, they're slim, they live good lifestyles, they've all got amazing jobs. They're all doctors, nurses, you know, that sort of thing. Whereas in the UK, we don't do any of that. So it's got better educational system. If we decide this is going to be a permanent thing, we're thinking of our future children and all that jazz. So yeah, the work-life balance is definitely a big plus for us. Number 5. So number 5 for me, I think my husband's pretty much the same, but we want to leave this world with no regrets. No regrets at all. I want to put a stamp on my life. I know my husband wants to too. We want to, I don't know what the saying is. What is that saying? I'd rather try failing or failing to try. Is that it? I think that might be the saying I'm after. But that is what I want. I want to put a stamp on my life. I don't want to live in the UK and think, what if I had the balls to go and do that? So you guys at home, sit and watching this, if anyone is actually watching this. But you guys at home, it doesn't have to be emigrating across the other side of the world. If you love a song but your friend hates this song, or she hates this song but you love it, you listen to that song. If you love a t-shirt and your friend hates a t-shirt, you go bloody buy that t-shirt. Don't think of anyone else. Think what makes you happy. You know, do what you love in life. Do not think of what other people are going to think of you. Like, if we're having issues with people not being 100% with our decision to go, they think we're abandoning them. We're not abandoning them. This is a tough decision to do, and I don't think they understand that. We don't exactly just want to up and leave our family, but we want to live our life. We don't want to be like them and sit, oh, I want to do this but I'm too scared to do it. Grab some bloody balls and go and do it. So that is my big reason. The piece de resistance. The piece de resistance. Is that what? The cherry on top. It is the cherry on top of the cake. Cake. It's the cherry on top of the cake. We want to go and live our life, whether we do it for 2 years, whether we do it permanently, whether we decide to travel the world. You know, my future children, my children's children, I want them to go, wow, great granny, great granny, she lived her life, and I want to be like great granny and great granddad, or whatever we're called. So yeah, please just go and do what you want to do and live life the way you want to do it. Don't let anyone dictate what, how, when, why, what you're going to do. Obviously, unless you're a child, maybe listen to your parents, but as an adult, live your life. Well, not even necessarily as an adult. Like I said, if you like a song and your friend doesn't like it, listen to it. So even as a child, yeah, do things that make you feel happy. Run over. That is my top 5 reasons, or my 5 reasons why we want to move to New Zealand. If you liked my video after that ranting, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Bye!